What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. I know I haven't been too active lately on here. I've been super busy. I've been working like 40 hours a week. If you guys live near Gander Mountain, you probably know there's a whole big situation going on there. And basically, I've been working like 40 hours a week there, trying to get as much money as I can to be prepared for really whatever happens with this whole situation. I've also been mowing lawns and really also rebuilding a trailer for my kayak. Kayak's awesome, so it's the only issue with it is it's super heavy. So getting it all the way up into my tailgate of my truck and back down is pretty much a really big pain in the butt when you're alone. So I'm trying to make a trailer so I can slide it off into the water and back on the trailer really easy. So that's been a whole project. So I haven't really been out fishing too much lately, as well as I haven't been on here much lately. But today I'm going to show you guys my, basically what I call my on-the-go backpack. And this has my tackle and stuff ready for basically any situation. So whether I'm going with a friend, I'm going in their boat, I'm going shore fishing, I'm going in my kayak, anything like that, this is what I carry. And it doesn't have too much stuff that is, it's got a lot of reliable like baits in there, but it's a lot more fun baits. So baits like swim baits and stuff you'll see I have in there, because it's not really when I'm trying to go out and make a certain product video or trying to catch a bunch of fish. This is basically just fun stuff for when I go pond hopping or whatever. So let's get right into it. As you can see, it's the Tackle Warehouse backpack. I haven't used it too much yet. I've used it a couple times, but I got it for Christmas, and I really haven't used it enough to give you guys like an honest review on it. But so far, I haven't had any issues with it. Let's start right on the side. You've got a couple on each side. You've got a little holder here. You can hold like a water bottle in there if you want. Otherwise, you can also put fishing rods in there, and then you clip this around the rods, and you can actually store rods in there. I did that once. It was actually pretty cool. However, I usually fish around trees and in the woods and stuff, so that's not really ideal for that. But I do use it to A, keep water in, and B, keep a spare GoPro in. So that's a nice convenient little pouch there. Then we also have the little pliers holder here. Just carry a pair of pliers, the Rapala ones there. Nice convenient, so when you get a fish on and you need to get it unhooked, it's really convenient to have it right there rather than taking your backpack off and digging through it. You can just reach right behind you and grab it. Then we have this pocket here. I don't have anything in there right now. Yes, I do. I have ibuprofen. I think that's left in there from when I was in Lake Havasu. But I don't keep anything in that pocket. I could keep some extra camera batteries or whatever in there, which is probably what I'll do, but I usually am close to my truck, so I always keep my drone, camera gear, stuff like that in a separate box. But if I ever need to, that'd be an awesome place to carry extra batteries, different things like that for my camera. Then on the other side, we have another pocket just like that. This one as well is empty, but another convenient spot. You could also carry more tools or whatever, plastics, hooks, terminal tackle, anything like that in there would be really convenient. Then we have the front packet here, and in there is where I keep the rest of my tools. I've got a scale in there, I've got the scissors, got a couple extra hooks, which I just haven't gotten in my terminal tackle box yet. I got some sinkers and then some Mend It, as well as a tape measure, and this is one of the soft tape measures, so you can measure girth as well in case you get a fish that you want to measure. Then in the other pocket here on the front, this opens up and you have a huge storage space. It's got a lot of areas you can put a camera, sunglasses, different things like that. However, I just leave that empty and stuff this with plastics and stuff, as you can see. I've got Spike It here, always something I gotta have. I'm actually probably gonna throw that in one of the side pockets because it's always convenient to throw on and get a little extra color, but more importantly, the garlic scent when you're using soft plastics. It's awesome on the end of like a Senko, otherwise on the claws of a crawfish or whatever you're using. It's always a nice little addition. Then I've just got this thing jam-packed with different soft plastics. Stuff I haven't even opened yet, but I got a Magdraft swim bait in there. Like I said, a lot of fun stuff in there. Some rage straws for bed fishing, and this thing is just loaded down. More stuff than I'll ever need, but I just packed this right before I went to Cave Run Lake in Kentucky So I really had no clue what would be going on down there, and I just brought a little bit of everything, and that's how I've kept it since. So it's kind of basically, if I ever need anything, I have it. And then we also have these little packets here. You can throw soft plastics in there. I prefer to just leave them in their own bags as they are, in case I want to pull them out, just take them in the boat or whatever. I can always do that really easy. And then when we open up the big compartment here, this is where basically all my hard baits, terminal tackle, everything else like that is located. Again, you've got some more little pouches in here. Don't use them for anything, but they are convenient if you wanted extra tools or whatever like that. But I've got two basically tackle trays in here. This one is a smaller one. I'm not sure the exact size on it, but it is a Plano box, and in here I keep my terminal tackle. So in my terminal box here, I've got some different basically jigs. I've got some punch and skirts here, just like a bluegill pattern and then kind of a natural pattern. Got a couple chatterbaits, just like a perch and a natural green pumpkin, and then a couple jigs in here. I've got another one that is tied up on one rod, just a football jig in like a natural craw color, but a black blue, watermelon, peanut butter jelly, as well as a little tungsten finesse jig, and then another black and blue, just a little bit heavier one from Strike King there. Got some shaky heads as well as wobble heads in this front compartment. The wobble heads are awesome on rage tails stuff, the rage bugs, rage craws, things like that, and then shaky heads are awesome on any finesse worms. Got some heavier hooks. These are like swim bait as well as flipping hooks, and then I've got a couple extra trailer hooks in there for spinner baits and stuff like that. This one's got a bunch of random stuff. I've got swivels, some beads in there, the bobber stops for sinkers, the other piece for two trailer hooks, and then a pocket knocker lure retriever in there. Here's my sinkers. I've got a bunch of different ones in there. Some basically nail weights, some the long drop shot weights as well as round drop shot weights, bullet weights, flipping weights, basically everything weight wise is in that compartment. I've got pretty much all tungsten in here besides these drop shot weights and then that nail weight. Then in here we've got basically jig heads, which is going to be the ones for like Ned rigs. We've got the ones for tubes, and then just bigger swim bait heads, different things like that in case I ever need those, which I don't use too often, but I have. Then in here is what you use the most, basically just all different hooks in here. I've got basically wacky rig hooks. These are the owner ones here, as well as all different sized EWGs and offset round bend hooks. But that is my terminal tackle box, as well as jigs and chatterbaits. And then the last box that I have is basically what I keep the rest of my baits, all my frogs, spinner baits, swim baits. I'll open this up for you guys so you can see it, but this is where I keep all of my other hard baits, different things like that. So starting in the top in here, I've got like a Huddleston, I've got a little creeper, this is the All-American Sunfish, the bluegill Huddleston, that's the weedless one. I've got a little, I believe it's Savage Gear makes that, the little trout. That's a paddle tail one, not a boot tail like I kind of prefer. We've got the Jackal Gantarelle, a Spro, and then this is the Castaic, basically a bull shad, but a Castaic version. Then we've got a couple jerk baits. We've got the Megabass Vision 110s, the flat slaps, different things like that in there. We've got the Megabass Knuckle, as well as a couple S-cranks. Then some Lucky Craft square bills, just shallow ones, bluegill, perch, stuff like that. Just stuff that we have up in here north. Then I've got in this one, got the live target. This is the mouse as well as the hollow body sunfish. And then a couple Yozuri and a Rapala DT10. Just a little bit deeper stuff in there besides those top waters. Then I've got the couple different frogs. I've got live target, Vicious, Strike King, and Spro in there. The Spro Popping is the only one I have in there that's popping, but I typically don't use those, even though a lot of guys say they like them. Then I've got some spinner baits and buzz baits here. Don't really use them too much. The only one I use much is the 911 Customs lures, that little buzz bait, which has caught literally hundreds of fish. Then I've got some more topwater up here. Got the Spro Rat. Got a Bass Pro Shops wake bait, that Savage Duck, Whopper Plopper in there, a bunch of different poppers, live target. Got a Sammy in there, a Livingston walking bait, and then a random A-rig, because that's the only place it fits, as well as some lipless crankbaits in here. Northland one there, pretty cool color on that actually. If you guys are in the north and have perch, that's a sweet one from Northland, as well as this Yozuri one. It's got awesome action. Spro, and then a crawfish pattern one from Seville. But that is that box of basically my hard baits, swim baits, topwater, spinner baits, basically everything besides soft plastics. So that is my on-the-go pack. If you guys like this video, hit the thumbs up below. You can also leave a comment, ask me any questions on this pack or anything else fishing related, and I will see you guys on the next episode. I've also got a couple cool things coming up. I'm headed to Canada soon, as well as ICAST, so that's going to be a pretty sweet couple weeks I've got coming up. So we'll see you guys then, and hopefully I won't be so busy. We can get some more fishing videos out for you guys, but we'll see you guys on the next episode.